all week on the show. Welcome back.
Thanks, Kay. I'm glad to be back.
How's vacation? Happy 40th.
It was good. I feel taller. I'm 40 years old. Yeah, I got a couple more gray hairs, but it's all worth it, though.
Well, worth it, and you're back just in time to break down preseason 2-week action right here on Good Morning Football with Peter Schrager, with Kyle Brandt and myself, and with you. Very special announcement. We'd like to welcome back some of our favorite fans from the UK. We know how passionate you are, how much you love your NFL action. So hello to the Sky Sports NFL channel broadcasting live right now across the pond. We are so thrilled to have you eating lunch with us over there. So let's hit some highlights for you this morning and across the country. It is time for the lead block.
The lead block. Guess where that takes us? To Los Angeles, where we go to Inglewood. Always feeling so good. Niners versus the Chargers. James Richard Garoppolo trying to keep his starting job. Missed 10 games last year. In his debut last week, 3 for 3 in the preseason. But look at this. 3rd and 12 early. He's looking for Ayuk. And it's intercepted. That's Asante Samuel Jr., the Florida State Seminole. How do these young corners coming from great corner fathers these days, right? It's a lot of those. Sertan and Samuel. All right, Trey Lance, though. This is the man. They traded way the hell up to get him.
Number 5.
Number 5. That's Jeff Garcia's number 5. That's a bullet. That's intercepted. Try to get Sanu. That's Tavon Campbell. A little bit of mustard on that. Man, Trey Lance was spreading all the mustard around last night. He has a couple of bullets. And here we go. When things go wrong for Lance, who's he look for? Sherfield. Trent Sherfield is your new Montana to Rice Beer.
Don't laugh.
I'm not laughing.
I talked to these guys in San Francisco. This might be their number 3 this year.
Trent Sherfield.
Comes from the Cardinals. They really like him, and he and Lance particularly have a great connection.
2 weeks in a row they've done it. Now look at the old Wiley vet, Mohamed Sanu. We've had him on the show in studio. He's an old buddy of ours. He's been around with the Patriots, with the Falcons, with the Bengals, now with the Niners. And look at this. A laser. Touchdown, Trey Lance to Sanu. Peter with the inside scoop. They like Sherfield. He's making some waves, but maybe they'll make some in the regular season. Third quarter, though, 10-8 Chargers. Look at Lance again. That one was awesome. Wait to see the second angle. It's a touchdown for Travis Benjamin. This on-field angle right here is absolutely gorgeous.
Good catch.
Nice catch. You better catch it, too, because that coming in at about 99 mph. And there's the past, present, and the future for the 49ers. We just don't know the who and the what and the when. As you see the Shan Man on the bottom, the Niners ended up winning the game. Trey Lance, 8-14, 102 yards, 2 touchdowns, did throw 1 pick. But afterwards, the Shan Man was asked about this quarterback situation, especially with his young rook. And, man, he is pumped.
This week, I thought he came out much more locked in, more comfortable. I thought we had a chance to start early pretty fast, and we didn't. And then it started to kind of stack up a little bit where it seemed like it was going the wrong direction. And that's why I was pumped about getting that 2-minute drill at the end. The defense being able to stop them, give it back to us to where Trey can't get enough 2-minute drives in the league before the regular season starts. So I was pumped with that. And then when he did in the third quarter, I was real happy with how he finished.
More from Kyle Shanahan throughout the show here. Long look at the 3rd overall pick. Nate, what'd you make of him against the Chargers?
I loved it. I loved him rocking that number 5, too. You know, bringing that single nickel back, and, you know, and he is an absolute rock star out there. And after making some mistakes, he was delivering the ball beautifully. You know, more than anything, it's him going through his progressions and just delivering the ball to the right receiver at the right time. And also, ball placement. This is a ball that Mohamed Sanu high and away from the DB, and then you have Travis Benjamin, who was the inside receiver on this play, and playing with Travis, knowing that he is, I'm talking about blazing fast. Trey Lance is sitting back saying, all right, where's my fast guy at? He's up against a nickelback. He's going to beat him to a spot. I need to throw it in front of him so he can catch it with his hands and score a touchdown. I love that, because sometimes you'll see these young quarterbacks, they'll make a mistake early, and you can see them thinking about it every single play after that. It wasn't like that. Once he got in that rhythm, he showed us why he was selected where he was.
We've had 2 games of Trey Lance, and his stat that pops up to me is that he's had an NFL-leading 7 dropped passes in 2 preseason games, meaning these receivers, either the passes are through their hands or it's a mistake or whatever it is, but to me it just means this guy's got a fastball, it's got velocity, and it doesn't always start out pretty for Trey Lance. Last week it was an 80-yard pass, and we were all doing flips on Monday. This week, this is how he starts the game. 1 for 6, 9 yards, and interception. Now, a lot of different young men might be shut down after that and be like, oh my God, my head is in the gutter. How do I respond to it?
Not good.
Bounces back, goes 7 of 8, 93 yards, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions. And I gotta tell you, watching it, I'm a Jimmy G guy, I always have been. I love watching what Jimmy does, and he operates that offense. It felt like this offense had a little different kick to it when Trey Lance was there. Look at that pass! Look at that! this is what they have, and we haven't even gotten the mobility part of it yet. He hasn't really had one of those runs where that's a whole other facet of his game. So time will come. I don't think it's going to be week 1. I don't think it's going to be the first few weeks, but you will see him on the field. They're not going to keep him in a cage somewhere or keep him in a shelter him with bubble wrap. No. He'll be in the offense in some ways. You might see him 3 or 4 times a game. Red zone, whatever it else be, but gosh, we've seen just a glimpse. It's tantalizing. And the fact that he bounced back from all those drop passes and drops back from all those incompletes, I like it. He's got the right head, too.
Tantalizing is a good word.
Tantalizing.
The talent is there. Like, you can just see it. It's obvious when you watch it, like, whoa, that guy can play. And Jimmy's fine. Jimmy does his thing. I just find this very interesting. I've said it for a couple weeks now. Nate, you've been gone. Week 7, I think that Trey Lance will start for the Niners. I think by week 7 after the bye, and I'm sticking to that. I only feel better about that now, especially since if you're really studying the powers that be with Niners, I'm not sure what they got going here. Like, what I mean is, John Lynch said in this game, the plan was to start Garoppolo, put Lance in, and then put Garoppolo back in, which you don't really see. Once the number 1 guy sits down, you're done, put a baseball cap on.
Right.
That's more like a real, true competition. You're going to go, and you're going to go. Now, they deviated from it, and Shanahan sat on Garoppolo, but that was the plan. And if you think that's good, this is some great sound on a Monday morning where Shanahan was asked point blank, all right, well, you played Jimmy and you sat him down. We're getting close to the opener here, Coach. Would you like to name him as the number 1 starter? And we got a nice try out of the Shanahan. Watch this.
Make an announcement. Is Jimmy Garoppolo your starter week 1?
No, I'm not making that announcement. Let's try though. Whenever I feel like it. Not tonight. It's hard for me to give a date when it's based off of when we know when we feel like naming it. So whenever that happens, but I promise it'll be by that Sunday.
Okay, so we have a promise it'll be by that time, but we don't know what that name will be. There's something going on here, and I know that he's just going by protocols and doesn't want to give anything away. I think that man, you think that we're tantalized by Trey Lance? You know how the Shan man feels? He is amorous over it, and I think at week 7 at the latest, Trey Lance will be starting.
Have you seen enough from Trey Lance to make you think he could or should be the starter week 1, or does he look like a rookie quarterback who could use the time to develop over the first half?
I'm not ready for week 1 because Jimmy does know what he's doing. We don't see Kittle out there. We don't see Bosa. Like, they can run the offense. I just think over that first 6 weeks, we're going to see little bits of Lance, and when he comes, those bits are going to be tasty. And I think by that time, because, who knows? Maybe they go 5-2. I don't know. Jimmy's good. But I think Lance is the future, and I think Shannon can't resist. Not week 1 yet, though.
At GMFB, big show today. We'll talk Tua. We've got trends of the world, everything going on around the league. We have highlights from the